Did the NFL rig the draft? Are they trying to humble Shedeur and the Sanders family? Was he getting too big for the game? Did they think he was too big for the game? Is that even a real thing? A lot of red flags there, however, because I mean, he was projected to be at least a top two, maybe 3 round pick. You know what I mean? Cam Ward went number one to Tennessee. Let's just look at, before we even get into that, NFL draft recap. I just want to see the top, maybe top 10 picks. He was projected to go at least, shit, not in the 5th round. I know that for a goddamn fact. Where was Shedeur Sanders projected to go? He was drafted by the Cleveland Browns in the 5th round, 144th overall. While he was initially projected as a potential 1st-round pick. Nigga, that's crazy. We ain't even got to look at the fucking top picks. He was supposed to be in that 1st round. So let's see what Cam and Mase has to say. Cameron says the 2025 NFL draft was rigged. And Mase says there were a lot of red flags and questionable behavior, calling it a slight against Shedeur Sanders. Let's check it out.
I think overall, if somebody could go in the top 5 picks and they end up in the 5th round, clearly something happened. Even I want to throw another thing on the table. We've been talking all the last 2 years about how good Shedeur is and how him and Tom Brady was like this. So now when it comes down to Vegas and Vegas doesn't pick him, then you got to wonder what's really going on here. Is this because if this is a protege and this is somebody you've been training or been helping out, or I don't know exactly what that relationship is like. But when you think somebody have tentacles connected to this person and been working with this person that much, if he comes available and you're now a new owner, wouldn't you kind of put those two together? Because now this is a person you've been working on. So there's a lot of red flags and questionable behavior. And I just thought that it was just a slight at Shedeur, and I definitely didn't like it. I didn't even like the trolling. I didn't like that. I don't believe like certain people control certain people.
Facts. That shit was corny. You niggas is not even at the level to be able to do some shit like that. But I digress.
Especially, it shouldn't be no white people trolling black people. Just period. Just that don't work.
Yeah, I'll say this, like I said, it's one thing, you're a month and a half ago, this is the projected top 3 pick, top 5 pick. Then the weeks get closer and closer and closer. It was from a 3 to a 9 to a 21 for Pittsburgh. Then he'll go late in the 1st. Then the 2nd round coming, the 2nd round don't come. Then the 3rd round coming, the 4th. Now it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Because now it doesn't seem, this is what I'm talking about. Same thing happened with T.O. To me personally, the NFL is not basing shit off talent. If you're basing on talent, you're not going to say it was 142, 143 niggas better than the nigga, period. This was personal. I think that Deion says some things like he didn't want his son to go to a few different teams, and them niggas all talk like, who is Deion to say X, Y, Z, etc. But when Archie Manning did it, when Eli Manning, it was all good. When Archie Manning said, who's Eli and Peyton's father, not Archie Manning that plays in Texas. Archie Manning, who plays in Texas, grandfather name is Archie, just to be clear to the audience. Archie Manning Sr., which I would say is Eli and Peyton's father. And when Eli came to the NFL, he said Eli will not play for no West Coast teams. And he didn't. He ended up going to the Giants, but he basically said that. And Deion kind of said something similar, not to that effect, but they was like, oh, you're not the Manning family. You're the Sanders. And we're going to teach you guys a lesson because, listen, after Shedeur ended up going to Cleveland, it seemed like, okay, cool, it's all right, I bet. Because a bunch of other Colorado players started getting picked, not just picked after the draft was over, signing deals. Like shout out to Shiloh as well, end up signing with Tampa Bay. And then you had other teams with North. It's like 6 players from Colorado that ended up either getting drafted in the 6th round or doing deals after the draft was over. That's what it seemed like. All right, cool. We get niggas now? All right, bet. Because if that's the case, why you ain't pick Shiloh earlier if you needed the defensive back? Like, to me, the whole shit was rigged and it looked rigged. It was a...
All right. It's a minute left in this video, or about 45 seconds. A lot of this should make sense. I mean, we've seen the NFL, how they get down when it comes to, and I don't even want to say just politics, because I don't even really care for politics in general, but in sports, it's whatever. Like, I'm not going to say somebody doesn't have the right to voice their opinion about whatever, but we've seen how the NFL deals with certain things when people try to appear bigger than the program. Should you feel bigger than the program? Why the fuck not, man? If I feel like I'm the shit, Deion did it back in the day. He told the Giants told him, yo, we're interested in drafting you. And this is before the draft even occurred. Deion was the man. He knew he was the man. He knew he wasn't going to get drafted late. Giants approached him like, yo, we thinking about drafting you, man. He said, hold on. Put his shades down. He said, yo, what pick y'all got? Oh, yeah, man, I won't even be there no more. You feel me? So, like, he's coming from a line of not only shit talkers and flashy, flamboyant style of play or personality, but talent as well. You feel me? Like, it's not just about he talk a lot of shit, he wear a Rolex because when he play football. The nigga backs it up, too. The NFL does not like people that have personalities that appear bigger than the program. I mean, goddamn, it's already hard for these NFL players to really secure any bag outside of football unless you're a certain level of player, or I don't want to take it there, but the optics have to look the right way is what I'm saying. Like, Marshawn Lynch overcame to become this personality that we loved. And while he was still in the league, they wasn't giving him the deals and the shots to be that guy. He had to retire and continue this personality, and they were like, oh, so it wasn't a gimmick. This is who you truly is. The NFL seems like they don't like personalities. And I was about to say, it's a reason why we don't really know how most of these niggas look to begin with. They wear a fucking helmet. You can't see their face the whole game. You just have to know their name or their number and know what their talent level is. And then the sport of football, if you're not directly like the quarterback or the running back, you may not even get a chance to showcase your talent. If you're a wide receiver, the quarterback has to give you the ball. If you don't get the ball thrown to you to catch it and show what you could do, nigga, what the fuck you expect? How you expect me to get a deal outside of this? And basically, what I'm saying is I believe the NFL, they're calculated. These owners, they talk. They all talk, you know what I'm saying? And I believe, just like a lot of people will come to the conclusion and are of the belief that there was an inside meeting. The good old boys club had a meeting like, yo, see what this nigga over here doing? See what they was doing in college? We gonna dead all that shit right now. We gonna send him to Cleveland. He was already projected to go to Cleveland, but in like the first round, top 5-10 pick. To get drafted 144th is crazy, bro. That's insane.
Fucked up weekend, man. It was fucked up. But listen, he's with a team. He got a chance to go show and prove. And we'll see what happens in Cleveland. He might not even stay in Cleveland. Cleveland has 5 quarterbacks. What Cleveland does have is some good leverage for a team that needs a quarterback. And I'm not saying they would get rid of Shedeur, but they have some pieces that when it gets closer to the season and the team don't have a definitive quarterback, they got 5 quarterbacks that they can make some deals for.
How much money do you think Shedeur lost with slipping the 5th round?
A lot. A whole lot.
About 30, or would you say 30 or 40?
About 40.
Wow.
That's crazy, son. That's insane.